Yes, both of you take a point. All right. And what do you do first when you're graphing in standard form? How do you find the axis of symmetry? Yes, take a point. And then what do you do with the axis of symmetry? You plug it in and you draw a dotted line. What do you plug it in to find? The y value of your vertex. Take a point. And then what's the last thing that we plot?
The y-intercept.
And then we
Graph.
reflect, yes. I don't know why I think this means reflect, but it does in my head. So today what we're going to learn is we're going to learn intercept form. Now, intercept form does not mean y-intercept. We find that in standard form. Intercept form is talking about your x-intercepts. And we have talked about our x-intercepts before of a parabola. What are the x-intercepts of a parabola? But what are they called? Roots. Take a point. They're also called zeros. And remember, these are the solutions to the graph. So if I say solve by graphing, you're looking for your x-intercepts. Does everybody understand? Are we sure? Are we ready?
Open it up. We do the same stuff.
What? I don't know what you're trying to say to me. Don't breathe. Don't snap. All right. Y equals A times X minus P times X minus Q. So this is intercept form. And how do you think we would go from standard form to intercept form?
Factor.
Factor. Take a point. So we still have to know how to factor. It hasn't gone away. But today you're going to receive it in the factored form. P and Q.
Oh, I thought it was 8.
That doesn't even make any sense. Your intercepts. Alright, so your rules of A being greater than 0 and it being a taco still apply. And if A is less than 0, it's a snow cone. Which means it opens up or opens down. Yeah. I don't really know what we're muttering because I'm starving and can only think about food, so it's making me hard of hearing because I'm not paying attention. So if you want me to understand what you're saying, you're going to have to speak up just a little bit.
Can you zoom in on the illustrations? I can't really.
It's a parabola opening up and a parabola opening down.
Oh.
A maximum and a minimum. Take a point. Yeah? Now, you do this the same way that we did last week. Do you remember when we factored it and we took our parts and we set it equal to 0?
Yes.
We're doing that again.
Oh,
It's crazy. Yes, that's all you do. So first, is A greater than or less than 0 right here? Greater than. So is it a snow cone or a taco? Taco. Which means it's going to open up like this. Is everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Then, for step 1.
I really need to get my concept back. I really did not draw that copy.
That's okay. You take your factors and you set it equal to 0. So you say x plus 1 equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0. So then what is our first x-intercept?
1, 0. 0, 1.
2.
Oh my gosh, subtract 1 from both sides. It's negative 1.
Now it's negative 3. It's positive.
Sorry, I wasn't looking there.
So all we do is we solve for x. That's your first step. Magic.
Okay. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Okay, I get it now. What does it?
Go for it.
I don't know. Alright, so I want you to plot your x-intercepts. So you would go left 1 and then right 3. Crazy. Now, what else do we have to have for a parabola?
A y-intercept.
The vertex and the
Line of symmetry.
axis of symmetry. How do you think we find that?
By plugging it in, plugging x into the y equals
Put the -1 in
What is the axis? What is the axis of symmetry?
Middle.
It's the middle.
Oh,
It divides in half. So what do you think we would do?
I found it. X.
One.
Just like the median. It is 1.
Where we could do that.
So you add your x-intercepts together, divide it by 2. It's a positive 1, so we're going to put it at 1. Crazy. Now the reason I'm showing you how to do it this way, because what if it was 1.5 and 3.4? You would need to be able to add it together and divide by 2 to get your middle, because you can't count to get that.
So I counted out it right when I said the median.
Yes. Alright, now we need our vertex, correct?
Right.
How do we get our vertex? Plug what in?
Plug in
The x. Plug in the x values.
Plug in your axis of symmetry into x. That's how you get your vertex. So step 3 is saying y equals 1 plus 1 times 1 minus 3. You just plug in your axis of symmetry. Is everybody with me?
Right.
What's 1 plus 1?
2.
What's 1 minus 3?
-2.
What's 2 times negative 2?
Negative 4. Negative 4.
Negative 4. So then you just go write 1 down 1, 2, 3, 4, and connect your dots. Yes. 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 Do you need me to help you walk down there? Or are you okay? Okay.
Get well soon, Juliana.
I
I have a question.
Okay. I figured that by your constant over there.
Oh yeah, refresh my memory again. How do you know, like, if you go to the right or the left? Like, you go, like, right, way up to, like,
No. I don't know what you mean.
and then, like, sometimes you go to the right and sometimes you go to the left.
It's a positive and negative. Positive.
And you always go both ways because it's reflected. I honestly don't know what you mean or where you're talking about or where we're going right and left.
Okay, so, it's like negative. So you could have went to the left, negative 4.
No.
Like,
I
know,
couldn't
but
have.
It's not in the middle, but, like, still, like,
This is a y value, so you would go down. Your x value is 1. So we went right 1, and then we went down 4 because it's negative.
We could also play flat wires.
We could plot the y-intercept by plugging in 0 for x, and it would be negative 3. Are you okay? Okay. Are we ready to do the next one? Do we have any questions so far? Do we understand what happened? Okay, let's move it up. Now, what's different here?
there is a negative amount.
So is it going to be a taco or a snow cone? It's less than 0, so it's a snow cone.
Or minimum.
Maximum.
I asked for that. I said X was the wrong way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta watch out for the negative.
We do have to watch out for the negative. But first, you still take your parts and you set them equal to 0. So you would say x minus 1 equals 0 and x minus 5 equals 0. Now, you really don't have to do that each time because it's always going to be the opposite of whatever's in the parentheses. Because once you solve, you do the opposite. So your x-intercept is 1 and 5 because it's the opposite of your negatives right here. Yes.
So we don't do anything with that negative?
Not yet.
So we could really just write everything on it.
Yep.
You want to take off points for not trying to work?
No.
Ah.
I don't take off points if you don't show your work. I take off points if you get it wrong and I can't figure out how the crap you got there. Alright, let's plot this. We go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how do I find my axis of symmetry?
You just add them together and divide it by 2.
Look at you go.
So 6 divided by 2 is 3.
What else do we need? Our what, Andrew? Our vertex. We need our y value of our vertex. So we take this guy right here, and we're going to plug it in here and here. Now, this is where the negative comes into play. Leave that beautiful negative on the outside. It has to be there. It's like a negative 1. Does everybody understand? Do we understand?
Yes.
What, pumpkin?
Getting that doesn't like turn around.
Yes.
Is it gonna be -2 and
It's going to be 4.
yeah.
Because 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. So we would go right 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4. We said it was going to be a snow cone. Will this make a snow cone? Look at us go. Are you better, honey? Okay. Does everybody understand how I got that? I like your shirt. Yes or no?
Yes.
Or maybe so. Could we try one without me, or do we need to do one more together?
On the vertex form.
Let's do one more, and you'll do it without me. So I'm going to do it on the back of
Well, let's see.
this. Let's see. This was the first one. AB. This was standard form CD. So I'm going to write it on the, and I'm going to call this 64C so I stop getting things out of order. 61. We're on 61, Blair. We're on 61. And then I'm going to turn it over. And this is going to be 61D. Yours may be a little different, but I got to get mine together. My life is out of order right now. And I'm going to write intercept form at the top. I don't know what you said. You're just making noise.
Just go ahead and eat it.
Think you could do that one without me?
Yeah.
Can you do it even though there's a 2 out front? Because you still do it the same way. I did. I showed you with a negative. It's crazy that I show you guys what to do.
It doesn't happen often.
It doesn't. I never do.
Oh my goodness.
arch number without that.
Jenny, don't be so mean to him. You know he's sensitive. You are ultra emotional. That is the truest thing you have ever said in this room. What's tomorrow? Yes, I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm sorry. Did we get it right?
Everything but the.
Yeah, on 3 I just didn't get done with it. Like, I just left it like that. Like the white.
This?
Yeah.
Why didn't you work it out?
I don't know. It just didn't occur to me.
That's the point of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Do we need to do one more?
No. I think I got it.
You got this?
Does anybody need one more just to be safe? How about I teach you how to factor it and then we can graph it again in intercept form? Well, we know how to. The other one, that one doesn't work.
What?
Does anybody have any questions on this one? Anybody? Yes.
You don't distribute experience when you're done with.
Correct.
That's what I got.
Parentheses, then multiply. All right, ready for the next one? So if I said that y equaled x squared minus 5x plus 6, and I wanted you to solve by graphing, that means that you need your x-intercepts. Well, we know how to find our x-intercepts because that's what we just did. We need to convert it to intercept form. So how do we go from standard to this? Factor it. You would factor it. So we need two numbers that multiply to give us 6 and add to give us negative 5.
No.
Negative 3 and negative 2. Take a point. Because negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6, and negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. And you would write it as x minus 3 equals, and x minus 2. Graph it without me. I love potatoes.
So do we do?
I don't know what word you just said.
So are we leaving it like that? Okay.
Yes? And now graph it.
So we don't have to do the whole thing when we just get on this.
What?
We have to do the whole thing when we just like get on
You do that. You do intercept form.
Like we said it equals to 0.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. What? No. Ah. Are you serious? I hope it isn't the same guy. He was so funny. Mr. Brooks. Whoever the black guy is.
Yeah,
because
he's there.
he gave me like this information card. So that's easy. I was like, I'm not really
Did he give it to you because you're black?
I think so. Yeah. Because he only gave it to me and Tyler used it.
Did y'all get this so far for 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Oh, hallelujah.
I got that. Do 3, I want to know. Y equals, yes, 2 times I minus 8 equals 25 minus 2. Look at me go. Freak, I forgot to do it again, Asbury. Yes. You need to remind me, like, kill me.
Why do I have to remind you to do
You
that?
don't. It's just a suggestion.
No.
It's a cute line.
And it's a baby one.
For the test, are we going to do provided graphs or do we have to?
You have to make your own. No, Avery. Yes, it's perfectly fine. Alright, are you ready to learn about vertex form? So intercept form gives you your x-intercepts. What do you think vertex form is going to give you?
Gives you the vertex.
It gives you the vertex. It's crazy.
What do we have left? Wait, block.
So vertex form looks like this. Y equals A times x minus h quantity squared plus k.
What's H? Tell me, Carol.
Now, this gives you your vertex,
Oh, crap.
which is h comma k. All you do is take the opposite of what's right here and the same thing right here. Yes.
You go up on.
Yes, yes. De nada. Alright, now the rules still apply of positive and negative. So if A is greater than 0, what's it going to be? Taco. And if A is less than 0, what's it going to be?
Snow cone.
A snow cone.
The opposite of H. What's H? I'm not gonna know. What's that say? Same.
Are we ready? This is so easy. And I've said the same thing like 5 times today, so I'm bored. I'm sorry. I can only say the same thing so much before I'm just like, my God. And I get to say it again in 6th period.
Look at you go.
Alright, is this one going to be a taco or a snow cone?
It's gonna be a taco.
A taco. Because A is greater than 0, so it is a taco. I don't know what you just said.
Said, ooh, you're writing big on this one.
No, it's just zoomed in.
Okay. You should disagree. Yeah.
Ma'am?
For the next year.
What about them?
Do you keep them or do you just start out with?
I keep them and use the notes from the previous
No,
year.
she's teaching us next year, so it won't matter.
But like I keep them to look back at and see what I did and see if I can improve on anything or do it differently the next time.
She's
What up, bro?
What up, bruh?
What up, bro?
Shut her up.
Alright, so to find your vertex, you take the opposite of what's inside and the same thing as this. So it's the opposite of positive 2, which is,
-2.
and the same thing as what's on the outside, which is,
5.
look at that. That's it. That's all you do.
side, Avery?
I don't know.
Oh, you take the
So you take the opposite of what's inside the parentheses. The opposite of positive 2 is -2. Boom. You take the same thing of what's right here. It's -5. Boom. Ma'am? It goes away. Because we're just graphing it. Graphing it. Yes.
So can you do like all these all together so you can find the intercept then?
They all go together. It's crazy. Now, what else does this give you besides just your vertex?
The axis of symmetry.
And what is our axis of symmetry?
Hold on.
-2. Take a point.
I said y'all.
Now, let's put our axis of symmetry on the graph. Choo, 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 choo. What is my vertex?
-2, 5.
And then this is where the magic happens. Is everybody ready? You have to be completely ready for this and have it graphed so that you can pay attention. Because I want everybody to just put your pencil down and look at the board once you're done.
Yes, I'm
What
ready.
did you just plot? Right.
The vertex.
Extension good.
Yeah.
So it's back to down
It's like the Twilight Zone.
See.
You watched it in this very classroom? Yeah. That was a good movie. I'm in it, shut.
Ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Activate. Okay.
I'm ready.
Now,
You gotta be
you go. I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to watch. You go up 1, right 1, put a dot.
And then you go up 1, left 1.
No. Well, you do. I don't want you to do anything. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch. Don't do anything. Just watch. Now you also do it up here. So up 1, left 1. Then
Wow.
you're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, right 2. And then left 2. Then you're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right 3. And left 3. So I just went up how many?
9 and 3.
Oh my God.
You just
The first time, what did I do? And I went right how many? Okay. And then I went up how many?
4.
And I went right how many?
4. Okay.
And then I went up how many?
9 and 3.
And then I went right how many?
Oh.
So I went up this many, right and left this many. What are these numbers?
Coordinates.
Perfect squares. And what are these numbers?
Perfect numbers.
The square roots, the counting numbers. That's all you do.
Why?
Because it's a quadratic. So you go up your
Just do you have to do you just have to do those original
Do that
ones?
every time?
every time. Every time you go up your perfect square, write the square root. Up your perfect square, write the square root. Up the perfect square, write the square root.
Oh, okay.
Every time.
So every time we do 149.
Yep.
You completely missed one.
Say it to me again. You completely missed one of those. Okay, are we ready to do another one? And we'll even do it together.
No.
I'm still doing the perfect square. So I'm getting 5.
I'm still stuck on this.
How many would we go up after 9?
12.
Is not a perfect square. So how many would we go up after 9? 16. And then we would go right how many?
4.
4 nines.
And then we would go up how many?
25.
And then we would go right how many?
5.
And then we would go up how many?
3.
And then we would go right how many?
6.
And then we would go up how many?
49.
And then we go right how many?
7.
Then 64.
Every time.
Well, we ain't
What?
going all the way up there.
Okay.
You go 9 from the first.
Oh,
Always
I
from the
did it.
vertex.
I just got it. I just looked at the board.
Crazy. Ready for this one?
No.
Okay.
I'm still shook. Hold on.
Oh, and then it has the square right
Yeah.
It's gonna be the taco, the snow cone.
Mike already knew.
It's gonna be the rainbow actually.
It's going to be the rainbow or snow cone.
The rainbow.
I don't know why I threw that. I did not actually mean to do that.
You were close to 33 minutes.
Okay. Let's do this one. Are we ready?
Yes. the
This
vertex.
one is going to be a snow cone.
A rainbow.
Okay, a rainbow.
Vertex.
Okay, tell me my
It
vertex.
is -2 and 3. And then the axis.
Wait. All right, -2, 3. Does everybody see how we got that?
Right.
Because it's the opposite of what's inside and this number. The negative only affects whether we go up or down. So are we going up or down?
You're going.
When we graph it, what are we doing?
You're going down.
Down, because it's negative.
So the axis century is 2.
No,
-2.
-2.
And then, yeah. And then it's like,
Next.
It's okay.
what? Hold on. What? You got this one there.
Yes,
That's where you look at.
yes.
Okay.
Wait.
Because you see how in our vertex form, our generic, we wrote an A out front?
Wait.
So that's our A. -1. Yes.
Are we gonna go up to the positive?
Just wait, honey. My goodness.
I just like that. I like
Axis of symmetry is a -2. And then we're going to go left 2, up 3.
So I always say we have to go down.
Now the down is on the perfect squares because it's negative. So you're going to go down 1, 4, 9. And you're going to go left and right 1, 2, 3. So from our vertex, you go down 1, right 1, down 1, left 1. Does everybody see what we did before we go any further? We used our first perfect square, and we went down 1, right 1, because 1 is the first perfect square. We use perfect squares because it's squared. Okay, now what do we do next?
Down 4 to the right 2.
Right 2, down 4, left 2.
I did it before you did it.
And then what do we do?
Down 9 to the right 3.
Down.
I got it.
Do we have any questions?
No.
Do you want to try one without me?
No. I have any more graphic space. Look.
I suggest you get more graphing paper.
Yeah, no, you can.
Okay. So this is vertex form. This is going to be my... What? Are we on 61? We are, right? I'm not a crazy person.
Yes, it says
61D.
Yeah, you just said 61D for you.
Okay, so mine's E. Yours is wherever you are.
You on the team?
Intercept form was what? 61.
My intercept form was 61D.
I'm just gonna get.
Do it without me.
So his games.
Do your math.
Thought you were gonna hit him.
I would never hit you when there's another teacher in here.
Oh, I was about to say. That was hit him now. Right. Ah. That's messed up. What if I just retaliate? Oh.
I would step on your head.
Okay. Then y'all can catch that too. But they can't catch you.
Y'all, do your math.
I swear.
Breathe and do your math. Swear to potatoes.
Swear to taste.
Oh, fire team.
Man, I'll check you that. I'm gonna miss you.
Where are we going?
You're
You're gonna miss me this weekend?
no, really.
No.
I ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Get my GED. I can do that because that shouldn't be that long. You gotta teach us and all that stuff that you can pass there. Okay. I messed up. Pobrecita. What college are you going to? Remember that? Where'd you go to?
Troy.
I was about to say art. You know, for Troy, like, if you try out for, like, majorettes, they don't let you know the results until a month later because everybody else has their tryouts, and if you try it at another school, like, even though you don't know your results, they take you off the team. Like, if you made Troy, but they wait for a month to tell you that you made it. So you don't know if you made it or not. So, like, if you tried out for UAB, if Troy finds out, like, she goes around asking other coaches and said, if they know that you did try out for them, she takes it off the Troy. So you can't be on the team. I don't understand.
Cool.
Because they don't want you to. That's cool. That's cool.
So are these gonna be the same numbers every
You can
time?
just send him. I don't think
Unless there's a number out front. So if there's a number out front, like if there was a 2 here, all you would do is multiply your perfect squares by 2, and then you still go right 1. So if there was a 2, you would go up 2, right 1, up 8, right 2.
Right.
If there was a 3, you would go up 3, right 1, up 12, right 2. That's it. That's all you do. All right, last part, and then we'll talk about homework. So,
Hopefully.
did y'all get this?
Yes.
Are we sure?
I forgot
So-
but I forgot an intercept form already.
Well, we have.
Well, that's exciting.
You're like 100. I have no idea what I'm doing. I really don't. I
Why?
bet your classroom's so clean. Since you keep it so cold. You gonna be clean and dry.
Is it because your eyeballs hurting and you're tired and you can't pay attention?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say no.
All right, so I want you to look at this one. We're going to learn how to write in vertex form just how we learned how to write in intercept form. It's super easy. On the outside, I want you to write what vertex form is. It's y equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. Now we're going to go from standard form to vertex form.
What?
Sweet Jesus, it's on your other foldable.
Feels like green.
It's not.
Got it back on one.
All right, so The vertex form, again, is y equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k, where h, comma k is the vertex. Now, do you guys remember how we find the vertex from standard form? How?
You plug it in.
How do you find that? What do you have to find first? Yeah, you got to find your axis of symmetry first. Good. So you first do x equals opposite of b divided by 2 times a. So that's the opposite of negative 6, which is positive 6 divided by 2 times 1, which is 3. Now, that means, is that your h or your k?
That's the 8.
That's the h, because it's the x value, right? And remember, we said before it's the opposite. So if this is 3, what's going to be in here? Negative 3. Then what do you do with this 3? You plug it into here to get your y. Plug it into your formula. So we say y equals 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 8. So you're still doing the same thing in standard form, but you're just converting to vertex. You're finding your vertex and writing it in this form. So 3 squared is 9. 6 times 3 is 18. 9 minus 18 is negative 9. Negative 9 plus 8 is negative 1. So it would be a minus 1. And boom, you're done. That's all you do.
You gonna miss me more?
No.
Where you going?
No homework this weekend.
Oh, yay.
Wow.
Third period cheered. You guys don't seem as excited.
Wow.
I want you just chilling outside, so we're in the right place.